Hey everyone, welcome back. If you have been following the channel, you already know I have been a bit of a mission trying to find the perfect windshield for the Tuareg 660. So instead of starting with the problem, let's start with the solution. This little fly screen actually came off our Ducati Scrambler. And believe it or not, after trying several different windshields, this has become my favorite setup. Now let's rewind a bit and see how I got here. Over the last few weeks, I have tested just about every option I could get my hands on. First, of course, is the factory windshield. Then I moved over to the WRS Touring screen. After that, I tried the WRS Enduro version. One thing I really liked about the WRS screens is the vent they've added in the middle. The idea is pretty clever. Instead of creating a low-pressure pocket behind the windshield like the stock windscreen can, that slot allows air to flow through and helps reduce turbulence. At least that's the theory. Unfortunately for me, none of them solved the real problem. For reference, I am 5'10" or 176 centimeters for our European friends. At my height, every one of these larger screens produce dirty air right around my helmet. The best way I can describe it, it felt like someone was grabbing my helmet and shaking it. The helmet buffeting wasn't terrible at first, but after longer rides, I'd start feeling it in my neck. And that's something I just wasn't willing to live with. Then I decided to try something completely different. And instead of trying to push the vent higher, I got rid of almost all of the windshield. The result? Completely clean air, no helmet buffeting, no bubblehead effect, no neck pain. Just smooth airflow exactly where I wanted it. And honestly, I wasn't expecting such dramatic improvement. Now, does it look like it came from the factory? Probably not. It definitely has a bit of a custom look to it. But here's the thing. I'm building this bike for the way I ride. If something works this well, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of factory styling. And I kind of like the way the bike looks different now from everything else that's out there. This one definitely stands out just a little bit. And as always, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So here's one last look at every windshield I've tried. The factory windshield, WRS Touring, WRS Enduro, and finally, the little fly screen that's staying on the bike. And by the way, did you notice how the factory turn signals stand out in the last picture? And I don't mean that in a good way. I don't know about you, but every time I looked at the bike, these giant factory indicators jumped out at me. They work perfectly, they're just huge. So I decided to replace them with a set of stealth LED turn signals. And wow, this is one of these modifications that doesn't change the way the bike rides, but completely changes the way it looks. They're definitely not cheap, but for me, they were absolutely worth it. It's that final detail that finishes everything off, the chef's kiss. Take a look at how much cleaner they are compared to the originals. Then I'll show you how they look from the front and from the rear, with them actually working. Simple, clean, modern, exactly the look I was hoping for. So after all the experimenting, the windshield search is over, the fly screen is staying, the stealth indicators are staying, and honestly, I couldn't be happier with how this Touareg is coming together. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more Touareg content coming, including more modifications, plenty of riding, and of course, a few adventures along the way. Thanks for watching. As always, don't resist the twist, and lean is the way. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!